Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanna and I'm glad you're here. I love to DIY on a budget, and if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Hey y'all, this is my first ever collaboration video ever. I am super excited. This is going to kick off my fall DIYs. Thank you, Brenda at Rustic and Lace DIY, for asking me to join. She's the host along with Christine at DIY Craftaholic, and they have guest host Barbara at Country Lily DIY Decor. I am so excited to be participating in this first ever collab with these wonderful and talented group of crafters. I will have all of their links down in my description box. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, for my first DIY, I have this board that I cut out on my X tool. You can get little cutting boards at Hobby Lobby. They're usually at really good priced or online or something, but I'm going to set mine on this. It's not contact paper. It's wall paper, and I'm going to trace around, but I'm going to give me a little room because I'd rather have a little room and have it, be on there than cut it too small and be all messed up. So, I didn't cut that hole out, which I wish I had because I had so much trouble trying to get this hole dug out of this thing. I'm so, it about drove me up the wall. But anyway, have you ever drove up a wall? My mom used to say that, and I thought, we ain't driving that woman up no wall. I don't know why we say that. But anyway, off my little rant. I'm going to put this on there, peel it, stick it, and then I'm going to roll it down with my little roller here. And then I am going to turn it over. I'm not worried about the back. I'm just going to leave it. Now, the hole. This thing, I ripped it, okay? And then I thought I'll cut it with scissors. And I thought, nah, it won't get in there. So I tried to use my X-Acto knife. And this is what I ended up doing. And it left snags in it. So then I took my X-Acto knife. And you see me twisting it. When I would put it in that hole to cut that paper, I just gave it a little twist, and that seemed to be working better than just cutting around it. So, yeah. Then I'm going to take a small emery board, fingernail file thingy, and I'm just going to sand around that hole and kind of push everything inward so that it don't look so jaggedy. Okay? Then I'm going to take my finger sander, and the sanding block from Dollar Tree works fine too. And I'm just going to go in a downward motion. And once you sand it in a downward motion, that paper will just peel right off. And I'm going to do that all the way around my little cutting board. I'm in the sewing room. I don't know what's wrong with me. There it is. And now I have this. I've had this for a year or so, and never did anything with it. It's a refrigerator magnet, but I didn't want it on my refrigerator, but it's beautiful for fall. I love the sunflower. Actually, sunflowers, they inform me, my subscribers, I love y'all, that sunflowers can be out all year, and that made me happy because I love them. But anyways, you can put this out all year, but since this is a fall DIY, we're doing this for fall, okay? So I'm going to put E6000 in little dots all over the back of that, and then I'm going to set it in the middle. I'm not measuring. I'm eyeballing, okay? Oh, you can see my glasses down there in that glass. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that until just now. I got a new glass, and I see myself. That's terrible. Anyways, y'all, squirrel. I'm going to push that down, and I'm going to center it the best I can, and then I clamped it down and let it dry. I don't know where my clamp it down went. I guess I got rid of it, but I clamped it down with clamps and let it dry. So now I'm going to take a little piece of Dollar Tree felt. And then I have this Dollar Tree garland that I picked up in the summer. Spring, summer, somewhere around in there. And it matches that perfect. Okay? It is a, look. I love it. It totally matches. So I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to make a little swag-like thing. This should have been wood and flowers, because that's what I'm doing, wood and florals. So when you put the felt, I lost my brain. When you put the felt down, that allows you to glue stuff to it, and it holds it better, okay? Y'all, I cannot craft without my moss. So it's a wood floral moss video for fall. So I'm going to round my corners so it's not so noticeable. And then I'm going to hold it very carefully. You can use tweezers to do this. And I'm going to spread glue all around this. I used to make hair bows, so I put felt on all mine. So that's how I did it. And I guess my fingers are just used to it. I don't know. So now I'm going to glue these ferny looking pieces down. And my finger. I told you I can't feel things, I guess. I don't know. So I want it angled down, so I had to pull it up real quick and angle it down. Then I'm going to put the other one on, angled kind of down. Those aren't even, but that's okay. It won't drive me nuts, I don't think. Let me put my moss on. It won't bother me at all. Nope, can't see it. So I'm going to put a ball of moss in the middle, okay? Because I love my moss. And then I'm going to put that little sunflower that matches right in the middle. Everything on this was a perfect match, y'all. You can't get no better than that, but yeah. So there goes my little moss ball. I think it's Spanish moss, I'm not sure. I added a little moss to it because I had a glue spot and didn't want to see it. So I'm going to clip that back off of that little stop thing, and then add glue to the whole thing. Make sure I get it in the middle so it doesn't fall apart, and press it right in there. Oh my goodness, ain't that cute to just hang on your wall or put on your tiered tray? I don't even know if people do tiered trays anymore. Do y'all do tiered trays? Let me know if you have tiered trays. I have one. I don't have anything on it. And I don't really have nothing in my kitchen. But anyway, so I'm going to get a piece of jute, tie a knot in it, run the knot through there, run the knot through the loop, and then pull tight, and there's my string. And that's it for that one. Boy, that got really bright. What the world? I don't know what happened right there. Oh, I left this in. Look at this. My son-in-law got me this for my birthday from Walmart. I love that vacuum. Best thing ever. Okay, so I got these houses, and I got these 2 planks of wood with 2 stickers. And these came from Dollar Tree. I didn't have a piece to go in the middle. So this is one of the long wood planks, and I cut the end off. I measured it with the other wood planks and just sawed the end off. This side is really rough, and y'all ain't even going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to use the outside that's nicer. Both of them have a rough side. You can use either side of this. I'm going to keep the house inside so that it looks more woody. Woody. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I put it that way. So all I'm going to do here is take my Titebond wood glue. I'm trying to get through my glues so I can just use my Titebond Quick and Thick because it's my all-time favorite. But I'm going to take this wood glue and I'm going to smear it down the end of this board. And this was so hard to hold. I had to end up putting bottles to prop it up so it would hold. So I'm going to glue one side first. And then I'm going to glue the other one. And then I'll let that dry. And then I'm able to, I'm going to let it dry a little bit. I had to tap it. I couldn't move it over. So yeah. So I got it even. So it's even with the bottom. See, I had to hold it up. And then I'm going to put the other side on. And then I'll just prop that one up as well. That's going to go on the end. Okay. So for the sake of getting this video out, I took my stapler and my impatient pants, put staples in it to hold it together because every time I picked it up to put the other side on, it was falling apart. So I was like, buddy, you ain't falling apart no more. So I'm going to just take this and put staples in it and staple it all together. I didn't have anything that would go all the way through because those houses were very thick. So this was the best way to do it. You see it's floppy moppy there, spreading out. And when I get the glue on and staple this all together, it's going to be good and tight. Okay. So I'm just going to hold it there. Why am I making you watch me do this? Oh, handy dandy stapler. Oh, there I go. Okay. Yeah. Stapled all together, y'all. I'm so crazy. Y'all, this did not fit. This wonky Dollar Tree wood is pathetic sometimes, but I made it work, okay? So I'm going to put my wood glue down here. I didn't put any on the ends because it didn't fit on the end, okay? Thank goodness you don't see the bottom. You see how crooked that is? No, you probably didn't. So I am going to take the stapler and I'm going to put staples in it and staple the back down because it was so, not sticking. Not sticking. So I'm going to take my antique wax because I'm not going to glue anything to here. If I'm gluing wood to wood, I glue it before I stain it with the wax because look at me trying to save money. So I'm going to take a sponge and I am going to wax all of this and then I'll get a paper towel and wipe it all off, okay? Now the ends is, those houses were pressboard or MDF, and it took the stain a whole lot darker, like they almost looked black, but that's okay. So I'm just going to put the stain on. I'm not worried about the inside. I'm going to put it on both sides and the bottom, and then I'm going to wipe it off. So now I'm going to take a candle and I'm going to rub candle wax. I did that better later. But I'm going to rub candle wax all over this, not covering it completely because, you know, when I scrape, and, you know, I know me. So, put your candle wax on, wipe it off so you ain't got no chunks. And I'm going to take white paint and I'm going to give this a coat of white paint. I'm using a chippy brush. I don't need complete coverage because I want this to look rustic. And y'all, this turned out like wowza. I love it. So I'm just going to take my paint and paint the whole thing now. Oh, and I do want to tell you that I'm going easy on those sides because they didn't scrape very well because of the MDF. So I'm using this thing and it got a little too harsh, but it's okay. I loved it when I did it. Watch. This is so satisfying to me. It actually rippled right there. But look at that. Oh, it looks like a piece of old weathered wood and I absolutely love it. So what this does is your paint will slide across that wax, and if it's on the wax, it'll take the paint off. Easy peasy. I let my paint dry. Some do it while it's wet, but to me it blends the colors and makes a mess when it's wet. So I do it while it's dry. These I'm just going to keep white, but look. Look at it. Okay, I'll stop. Y'all don't have to watch this, but I'm going to do the whole box like this and just chippy it up, okay? Y'all just look at this. Oh, that side's my favorite. Oh my goodness. I'm going to make that the front. So I'm going to take floral foam, and I have this old lamp. Y'all used to pick these up at yard sales and stuff, and it's got wax on it, and I loved it. And then I've got all those florals that I just shoved in your face, and I will tell you where I got most of them, I think. So this candle thing, I didn't like that light bulb. I changed it. But the bottom was out of it. The base was gone. That's probably why I got it in a bag at a yard sale one time. I've had it for 100 years. So I'm just going to take glue and put it in there. And I cut the end off of a dowel rod and just shaved it down to fit right in that hole right there. And now I'll give it something flat. And it still doesn't really sit very well. But anyway, so I'm going to unwrap my floral foam. And I'm going to put it in this way because I want height on my my candle thing there. So I'm going to glue this in. I'm just using hot glue. And I'm going to, I almost messed up. I'm going to smear some glue down in there. And then I'll glue the one end. And then I'll glue that little piece on the other end. When I got the floral foam in, I took my candle and I hot glued it, and I had to hold it for a good hot minute there. And then I'm going to take distressed oxide. This is walnut, I do believe, and I am going to dirty this up a little bit just because my flowers are that color and I wanted it to kind of blend in a little bit. And you know me, I like to age stuff anyway. So if you're new here, welcome. If you've never seen me before, because of the collaboration, I do appreciate you watching. Consider subscribing. I'd love to have you in my YouTube family. That would mean the world to me. And anyways, just thank you. Okay, just thank you. So I'm gonna leave the cord out. I didn't want to drill a hole in the box or anything like that. I could have put the thing in before I put the bottom on, as many gaps as I had in it, but you know I didn't do that. So these florals came from, these are beautiful. They came from Walmart, okay? I think they were 97, 98 cents, dollar something. They weren't very expensive. Taking these tags off were a pain in my rump. I'd like to never got that one off. So these from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to pop a flower off, pull it off, okay? And I'm going to do that with all the florals. So I got those at Dollar Tree, and then I got those hairy things I just touched. Those came from Walmart. It's rosemary. I am absolutely in love with these. But like I said, those hairy things come from the Dollar Tree too. This rosemary is new. I have never seen it before. So I'm just going to take, and I'm not even cutting these off, and I'm just going to poke them in. This is going to be in the center, okay? And I'm going to like kind of build down and around these two right here. And then I'm going to take some rosemary, and I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to put it in. And this had to be cut, so I'm going to stick it down. Now, if you don't want it that far down, you could pull it up. These don't give you much leeway here, but I didn't want to put a whole bunch in at one time. I wanted to do them in, individual spurts sporadically through here. That's what makes me happy, but you do what makes you happy. I am not a florist, okay? I do not know how to put florals together. I just do what looks good to me and makes my eyes happy, okay? That's all I do. So that's all you do. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. That's just, I don't know how to explain it. I just do it till I like it, okay? So I'm going to take my wire clippers, and I got those at Harbor Freight, and I'm just going to punch. I'm not punching. I must be mad. I'm going to push a bunch down on each end here and fill in those ends, and I'm not taking those apart. I'm just putting them in there. And I have another one that I will cut apart here, and I'm going to put in different places. And then I'm just going to keep adding florals and then that rosemary greenery until I am happy. As you can see, I added some cattails that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to curl my grass that was on the cattails. Okay, just so it loops around and looks all cutesy and everything. And once I got that done, of course, I took my floral moss, and I will show you what I done. I just spread it across there and put my floral moss in. And then this is a actual flicker bulb. Oh no, this is the flicker bulb. I don't even know where I got it. I think Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure. But it is so cool. I'll show you in the end. And I also added a bow. And you don't see that, but all I did was made a bow, put it on a what is that thing? Dowel rod stick. Skewer, and poked it down in the floral foam. But there's my moss on the sides. You can see my little flickering bulb. Looks like I got a fire. But anyway, this is so stinking pretty. Then I will tell you also, I made something else for it at the end because my husband said it didn't look right. So you'll see that that's the last part of the video. It was recorded that way, and that's the way it went in. Okay, so yeah. So there it is, and you'll see that in a little while. So for my next project, I've got these wood pieces, but you can use stir sticks, large paint stir sticks. And my Titebond won't come out. This is my favorite glue, y'all. I have used it probably since I started my YouTube, and I absolutely love it. But I'm going to use that, and I'm going to smush my sticks together. And then I am going to put it on all the sides, smush all my sticks. And then you see I got two little ones over there. I'm going to measure them in a minute and cut that down. This thing got blurry because it focuses. I'm so sorry. So when I smush them together, any glue that comes out, I'm going to wipe it out. But this, you'll see what I'm doing. Hold on. So I'm going to take these little sticks here, and I'm pretty sure I got them at Lowe's. I'm pretty sure. So I marked it, lost my mark because I couldn't see what I did. I'm going to leave them hanging over on the edge just a hair. And then I'm going to use my miter shears and strain my guts out trying to cut this thing. I should have just took them to the saw. But I guess I wanted to show you can do them with miter shears. You might not even have miter shears. I love these things for most things, but don't bust it, Joanna. Don't do it. What are you doing? Okay, put it back in. It should snap off right here. Yeah, I got it. So, sorry, y'all had to go through that with me. I'm going to lay this one on top of this one. And I'm going to mark it, and then I'm going to take it to the saw. So I cut them off the same size. Now I'm just going to put my Titebond on. This is already glued, see? See how good that Titebond, it says thick and quick? Honey, it's thick and quick. I love it. It's my favorite glue. That don't look even, but I promise it is. I think it is. I don't know. I might have just fibbed. I didn't mean to fib. It looks uneven, but yeah, it was uneven. It's still uneven. I'll fix it. So I'm going to put these on, and I clamped them down to make them even. It still looks uneven, but it's the camera, because I promise it's even. Okay? We're not arguing. I'm not arguing. It's even. So I'm going to take my white paint, and I'm going to paint the whole thing. Okay? It doesn't have to be totally covered, because I want it to look rustic. But those were sticks that I already used, and they had marks on them. So I'm just going to color them. I'm just going to paint over them. Again, y'all, I had to do this so fast and come up with ideas, and it wasn't hard because I love fall most of all, but I didn't have a lot of time, and I got a lot of stuff going on, so it was kind of crazy. So I'm going to take my pokey tool when I get it painted, and I'm going to drag out my lines here, okay? And I'm just dusting it off. I didn't really have a lot of paint on there. So I'm going to take a pencil now, and I'm going to rub my lines in. And I don't know why I erased that, because I end up marking it again. When you do this pencil, of course, this is a fat Ticonderoga, and I love these pencils, especially for my woodworking. But look how it's doing. Do you see it smearing? It's smearing all of that around there, and it looks good to my eyes. So I'm just going to put pencil marks, and this is going to be how I'm going to distress my piece, just with my pencil and my smearing. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I got my hands nasty. Y'all know how I do. Y'all, when I cut this when I cut this pocket out with my pinking shears, I just left the back fabric on it. It's to my advantage. That way I could glue it all down and know that it's going to stay on my piece, okay? So I'm just going to take hot glue. That's all it takes is hot glue. And I'm going to lift it up, and I'm going to smear hot glue all over this bad boy. I ran out of glue stick. And stick this down, okay? When I get that stuck down, I am going to, that's an ugly pocket. It came off some cheap pair of jeans from a kid or teenager or something. I don't know. I got them somewhere. So I'm going to take these right here. These are rub-on transfers I got at Dollar Tree a long time ago. I haven't seen them in a while. Some Dollar Trees may still have them. I don't know. And I want to work with this right here. Farm Fresh Flowers. Ooh. So I am going to cut this apart, because I'm probably going to use pretty much all this. Yeah, I use all this. Didn't want that there. Don't put that there. Okay, we're going to put Farm Fresh right there. I have to turn it upside down so I can get it close to my eyeballs, because I'm half blind. So I'm peeling it off. Don't touch the transfer. It'll stick to your fingers. And I'm going to take this pokey tool. This is the best thing for these, in my opinion, to rub them off. If you start to pull them off and it don't stay down, rub it and pull it off again. Put it back down. If it don't stay, rub it and then try it again. These are very forgiving for the most part. There it is. Perfect. So I'm going to now, oh, ain't it pretty? I love it. I love it. This may be my favorite. I'm not sure if this is my favorite or the flowers are my favorite, but it's one of the two. So my pocket was ugly. So I'm going to take this ribbon, and y'all, I put this on upside down. But once I get that one side on, okay, I'm going to fold that over so that it makes a point. And I'm going to glue it. And then I'm just going to carry on. Now I'm going to cut this one at an angle, because it all looks better when you do it at an angle. Okay, just saying. So I'm going to go all the way around my pocket. Then I'm going to take that angle, and it works good over there. So I'm going to cut that one straight off, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do this all the way around. So I got my pocket the way I wanted it, and I put it on the top and everything. And now I've got these florals. These are from Dollar Tree. And I am going to just, I was going to cut them off. Did I cut them off? No, I did not cut them off. Nope, don't cut them off. Bend your stem. I bent my stem and stuck it down in there. That worked just fine. Helps hold it in better. Nope, I'm going to cut it off. Joanna, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, goodness. I'm cutting them all off individual. You know, I thought I bent the stem and stuck it down in there. I don't remember what I did yesterday. Ain't that crazy? That's how stressed I am. Anyway, I'm going to poke one down. I didn't glue any of mine. I'm just pulling the greenery up just to make it fuller and poking it down in the pocket. When I get done, this stuff's going to stay in that pocket, okay? So I'm putting these in 3. That's how I like to work, is in 3s. So there they are. I do add more, so it ain't 3. But anyway, then I'm going to stick my grassy parts down behind that, in between them. And you see what I'm doing. Yeah, putting them in. I don't want to cover up my farm fresh. I think that's why I ended up cutting it off, because it was going to cover up my wording up there, and I didn't want to do that. So I didn't have another thingy, so I got to cut one off of here. I needed one with a piece of grass to go on the other side, because I like to make things look a little even for the most part. So yeah, there's my little grass sticking out. So I am going to take, this came from Dollar Tree as well. Sorry if y'all hear me swallow all the time. I have a lot of saliva. So I'm going to poke these down in the pocket. Some of these I did add a little glue to because they kept trying to wiggle their way back out. So I'm just going to put these in and arrange this to where I like it. You know how I do. It's how I like it. I'm not going to make you watch me play with flowers because this is a long video as it is. So as you can see, I tucked my moss down in my pocket. And then I am just pulling some of the stuff down to make it look fuller. And like I said, I didn't have to glue any of this. It just stuck down in there wonderfully. And I love it. I did adjust my flowers. I got one poking out right there. And I poked one out on the other side or stuffed it in or something. But now I'm going to take this muslin fabric and I'm going to make me a tag. Okay. So I'm going to cut about a 2 to 2.5 inch piece here. And of course it's not even where I keep ripping it. So I'm going to cut that because that's wrinkled and I'm not ironing it. Yeah. I mean, it's all wrinkled and that's fine. That wasn't even either. I'm trying to even it out a little bit. So I'm going to cut a piece off and I'm just making a rectangle. Don't ask me. I don't know what. I didn't measure it. I did not measure it. Sorry, guys. Didn't measure it. I just cut it. It's a rectangle. So I'm going to lay this down when I get the right end. I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to cut one the exact same size. And I'm just going to pull it. Okay, I want it frayed. I want it rustic. So that's how I'm going to do it. Now I'm going to take a piece of this Crafter's Square felt. I don't know what I was going to say. And I'm going to pull it over to the edge because I don't want it all the way to the edge of my little pieces. So I'm cutting it smaller than the rectangles of the muslin. Okay, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. Sometimes I say things and I don't even think I make sense. So that was sticking out. It wasn't right. So I cut it a little straighter because it drove me bonkers. So yeah. So now I'm going to take, before I glue anything together, I'm going to attempt to put these transfers on fabric. I've never done it. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to put, what am I putting? Seeds, stems, blooms. Okay. And so I'm going to stick it down and y'all, I did it, but I really had to rub hard on a flat surface with the end of this pokey tool. Now I used the point part, not the sharp point, but the point on the tip that I got down on there. There's a point, see it sticking up there? I used that and it seemed to work a whole lot better on these little transfers. But anyway, I'm going to put these right in a row right down through here. And I'm going to take these lines, that was the border around it, and I'm going to cut, I cut 3, I only needed 2. So I cut 2 and thought, well, that one's too small. So I ended up cutting more, and I didn't even need them all. But anyway, yeah, there they are. So I'm going to put 2 lines, and I cut 3. I'm crazy. So I'm going to put 2 of them, and I'm going to stick them right down in between these words to separate them a little bit. And it looks like that. And if y'all hear ticking, it's raining and I have a tin roof. I can't help it. So, yeah. So I'm going to now take, what did my, this, I couldn't find my fabric tack. This says it's for fabric. This says it's for anything. That's why I love this glue. So I'm going to use it. And it worked fantabulously. So I'm just going to put my glue on there. Then I'm going to lay my piece down and I'm going to take and push it down. But I thought I need to glue in the fibers. So I rolled it and look, it got glue all over my glass. But that's okay. And then I don't know why I didn't just use that. Why I didn't want to use that glue. But anyway, I put the back on, okay, because I didn't want the felt showing. And I got glue everywhere, y'all. It was just gluey, gluey, gluey. So now I'm going to wipe my stuff off. I didn't realize I did that. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to be neat for once in my life. Yeah, look at it, pretty. I love it. So I am going to take this rusted pen that I have. I rust these with vinegar and something. I don't know. I'll have to show you one time. I don't know. You may know. And I'm going to take this wax, or not wax. This is antiquing. It's not antiquing wax. What is this stuff? You know, it's those ink pads things. Distressing ink. Thank you. Thank you, brain. Distressing ink. And I'm going to rub it all over that and make it look rustic. Then I'm going to take this and shove it through here and pin it. Oh, it's so pretty. Isn't it cute? Now, I'm just going to take this lace that I had and I'm going to put a line of glue, put it down in there. Be careful, it will burn you. And then I'm going to take this one and just lap it over and put it down, and be careful, it will burn you. Just saying. Now, I don't like it like that. I'm scared. So I have to reinforce it with some pieces of felt. So all I'm going to do is cut off little squares of felt and glue it to the back over top of those little lace pieces like that right there. And I will be done with this one. No, I'm not. I do something else too. So I take my Mod Podge Ultra Matte. I have this in my Amazon store. If you get it, you will not regret it. I love it. And I'm going to go over my transfers just so they don't scratch off. Look at me stick my head, my big nose and everything in there. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm going to go over the fabric too. One, it's going to stiffen my tag, which is nice. And it's going to keep those from coming off in case it does. I don't know that it will. I've never done it before. But I'm going to Mod Podge all that. I took flowers and put on the bottom is what else I did. But here are all the DIYs. There's my bow. I added a bow. Okay, it's just a 3-loop bow. And then my husband said it looked like a toolbox. So he told me to put a handle at the top. So there's my little rustic handle. You see my candle flickering. Looks like fire in there. I absolutely love this. I've always wanted one and never made one. But this is just, I absolutely love it. And all I did for the handle is use the paint stir sticks or stir stick paint sticks, whatever, and put them down. And then there's my little cutting board. It's cute too. I like it. And then there's that one. You see where I added the flowers and I Mod Podged over that. This is so gorgeous. I love it. Y'all, let me know which one is your favorite. I always love to know which one is your favorite. I love them all, but I think that one right there is my all-time favorite. I don't know why. It's so cute. But anyway, something about jeans and lace, I guess, draws my attention. But thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me join in this collab. The playlist will be down below. And remember that you are a blessing. Goodbye.